Hello everybody, and welcome to the third day of OSL Talk with Jack from OSL, of course, the CMO of OSL. And welcome to today, we are at this crypto open house organized by Presto, Circa, and OSL. And sitting on my right, we have Yankee Chan, Circa Vice President of Asia Pacific. Welcome to the show.
Good to meet you, Jack.
Yes, thank you. It's really, a lot of our pleasure to be able to welcome you here. And today we got a couple of questions for you, Yankee. And I'm sure that our audience are very familiar with Circa. And can you use your own word to introduce Circa to all of them?
Well, first, it's great to be here. For those of you who are watching online, you don't get to see just the hundreds of people around the room and the activity that's here. It's actually really amazing, and thanks for putting the event together. So the way I think of Circle is that we are a company that is trying to address or provide a frictionless exchange of value for everyone. The ability to be able to send money to anyone on the internet the same way that you send email.
Very fast, very prompt, right away, instantly, isn't it? So, also, the next question would be like stablecoin market surges past 200 billion at the last quarter of 2024. And what's your expectation for the stablecoin market cap in 2025?
So let's put all of this in perspective. For Circle, we hit our all-time high a couple weeks ago at 56 billion. It's now at 56.5. We grew 78% year over year in 2024. But that number actually masks all of the work and the changes happening behind the scenes. There are now almost $24 trillion of transactions on-chain with USDC. We're used across 18 different blockchains, across 100 countries. There are over almost 4 million wallets that are using USDC globally around the world. And one thing that's different today from even 2 years ago is the changes in the way that users and builders are using stablecoin. Previously, it was primarily used as a way of settlement around digital trading. What we're seeing increasingly is the use of USDC as a dollar store of value, as a way to do cross-border payments, as a way to do remittances. And we're seeing that more and more. And that's actually quite interesting. When we put this all in perspective, you mentioned that there's about $200 billion worth of stablecoins in the market. Most of those, 98% of those, are in US dollars. The total M1, in terms of money in the banking system in dollars, it's around 20 trillion. So we're just getting started. We're just, as an industry, 1% of the addressable market. So there's a lot more to do.
That is a very great start, though.
It is a great start.
We have a huge market in front, right?
Yes.
What are the primary use cases for stablecoin that you're observing in the market today?
So as I mentioned earlier, first and foremost, and probably most familiar with your audience, is the ability to get in and out of trades in a way that is safe and secure with USDC. The exchanges that are having trading pairs with USDC, there are exchanges that are holding their treasuries in USDC because it is safer and they believe that it's protected. That's the primary or the first use case. Increasingly, we're seeing USDC used as a store of value. An example of that is in Brazil, where we work with Nubank, and Nubank is providing essentially dollar savings accounts to millions of users via USDC. They do not have to open up dollar banking directly. They can do it with USDC. On the closer to home here in Hong Kong and in Singapore, we've got companies that are now using our Web3 services to start building loyalty solutions on Web3, and they'll be using USDC in the future. On the cross-border payment side, last October we announced a partnership with Tunes. Tunes is a B2B payments company that are using millions of dollars of USDC for cross-border settlement within their network. They're able to move money faster from the US and Europe to Asia that can settle instantly. And then they're paying out their network partners, whether it's in the Philippines, in Kenya, in Thailand, all around the world using USDC. So that's really changing how people think of the technology, and it's actually becoming more mainstream.
Yes, indeed. There are a lot of people, there's a huge demand, and there's a huge demand for USDC, and a lot of people just need it, right? So, and I'm sure that the market is going to continue to grow. And the next question for you would be, what would Circle's plan for the APAC market in 2025?
Well, there are so many things that are happening. I think it would be remiss if we don't start with where regulations are in Asia. Regulation has been the topic around the world, and Asia has actually been leading in this effort. So in Japan, there is already a stablecoin law, and you'll hear more from us in the next month or two around the ability to move USDC in Japan. Here in Hong Kong, there is a stablecoin bill, and the government is expected to pass it sometime here in 2025 and do licensing before the end of the year. That's going to be very exciting. In Singapore, they already have a digital payment token service provider license, and very soon they will be legislating a stablecoin bill. So in these key markets, these are major trading hubs, capital markets hubs, settlement hubs in Asia that are all using USDC. We're of course also getting demand from lots of other markets, and we're engaging those on an opportunistic basis. Usually large firms are looking to onboard and to use USDC, and we want to make sure that they can do it in a way that makes sense for them, and then connecting them with the global network, the USDC network.
Seems like a lot of good news coming up, and different countries are passing laws
Yes.
for USDC to be used.
That's right.
And while these stable coins continue to gain mainstream adoption, what are the most strategic market for Circle?
Well, let me start with Asia and then talk globally. Earlier we mentioned Singapore, Hong Kong, Japan. Those are the core ones. There are more that we're engaging with, but these are the ones that have clear stablecoin laws that will be in place by the end of 2025. As you probably know, we're the first global issuer that was compliant with MiCA in Europe. So we're able to issue both USDC and EURC in Europe. All of the exchanges in Europe now uses USDC or EURC, and they actually delisted non-compliant stablecoins in those markets. In the Middle East, we've announced that we're establishing an office in Abu Dhabi, so more news to come there. And then of course, the United States. That is a market that has always had a lot of activity, but we saw an acceleration towards the end of the year with the election. The administration is putting in place new rules. They now have stablecoin bill in both the House and the Senate, and they've said that within the first 100 days, they will have a bill for the president to sign to make stablecoin into law. So that's really going to change the market and how we think about the usage of stablecoins all around the world.
That's wonderful. And here comes a slightly tougher questions. The rise of algorithmic stablecoins and other decentralized alternatives to the traditional fiat-backed stablecoins has sparked a lot of interest. What are your thoughts on the long-term viability of these alternatives, and how does Circle plan to remain competitive in this space?
So there's a technology question, and then there is a differentiator question. On a technology side, it's actually really good to see different types of stablecoins being created and for that experimentation to take place. I think it's still early days for some of these algorithmic stablecoins. We've seen some of the challenges in the past, stablecoins that shall not be named, but it's good to see that innovation happening. Now, on the regulatory side, all of the major jurisdictions are very clear that they will regulate fiat reference stablecoins. The way that, what I mean by that is essentially stablecoins that are backed dollar for dollar, or in the native currency of issuance, usually holding high quality liquid assets that are short term. That will be the standard, I think, in the near to medium term. Then there's a question around how to think of the differentiation. Now the fact is that there are lots of very smart people in this space. Issuing a stablecoin itself, the technology, is not super complicated. I mean, there are things that, key management and cyber risk compliance you got to think about. But the bigger challenge is actually not a technology question, but it's around the trust the compliance piece, the policy, the distribution, and the partners, and the banking. These are all very hard things. And we're very lucky and we're very proud of the team that have built this over the years in terms of our ability to go in through the front door with the regulators. That has earned us, I think, the trust and a seat at the table to be the largest regulated stablecoin globally. That has earned us the ability to work with banks around the world, in the US, in Europe, here in Asia, which is really hard for, I think, a lot of the industry. That has earned us the ability to work with companies like Hong Kong Telecom, with Tunes, with MasterCard, Visa, Nuvei, Nubank, and go on and on. These are all companies that are thinking about this because they want to innovate, but they only want to work with companies that align with their values and how they want to build. So all of this taken together are, I think, where we have a big major differentiation, but we're going to see more competition, and it's good. We encourage that, and as I mentioned earlier on, the total M1 in dollars is $20 trillion. We're at 56 billion. There's a lot of play space, and this is just in dollars. That doesn't include all the various currencies that are available globally as well.
That's wonderful. Very great answer from Yamki. And I hope there'll be a lot more good news coming from your side. And thank you for coming on board. And this is Yamki Chan, the Vice President of Asia Pacific for Circle. Thank you for coming on board.
Thanks, Jack.
Thank you very much.
Right.
And thank you guys, and we'll see you later at the floor. I'm going to leave you back to the floor and coming back live at 2:30. And we'll see some of our other industry leaders here. And looking forward to talk to you more later. See you.
Hey,
Thank you very much. Wonderful.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
You're very good. I think you've done this a million times, you know? All right, guys. Well, welcome back to OSL Talk with Jack, CMO of OSL. And we're very happy that right here we just grabbed the guys, Eugene, you saw him, and he's available. We quickly grabbed him and he's here for a little quick interview to talk to everybody, to share with you the latest vision about OSL and where OSL is going. So, Eugene Chang, who is the CIBO of OSL. Hi, Eugene. Welcome on board. Eugene.
Good to see you, Jack.
Yes.
Busy days?
Yes, busy. A lot of people. Wonderful. You have a lot of speech going on, eh?
Yeah. You guys keep me very busy, yeah.
Okay, cool. We got a few questions for you, and the first question will be, at the end of 2024, the SFC granted 4 additional VATP licenses, and further intensifying the competition in Hong Kong. So, how does OSL view this evolving competitive landscape?
Yeah, I mean, first, I think we think that's great, actually, right? That means like the government, they're really serious about further development of the digital market in Hong Kong, right? And then the market, they think the potential is really big, so that's why there are more and more companies willing to spend their resources getting the license, right? We consider this very very positive signal for everybody, especially for OSL. And OSL, as one of the olders, for the first license exchange in Hong Kong, first, of course, we're very experienced. We know how to serve our client for the last 6 years. And also, I think we are the only two license exchanges is actually this company, right? And the one is Coinbase, and another one is OSL. So that which give us a little bit more transparency in terms of how we operate exchanges, right? So every single data need to be audited. You can find our annual report that will give our clients, regulators, a lot of comfort, right? In terms of allow us to serve our clients in a bigger scale. And then I think one more thing is really encouraging is just news come out. I think this morning the SFC just roll out their new road plan for the virtual asset policies. There's a lot of very encouraging signs. Basically, they really want to focus how to grow the market, right? So we believe that there's going to be more products. They're going to be more talk about derivative, talk about staking. Yeah, so we're super excited about it.
That's wonderful. And of course, I'm sure that with the competition, OSL is going to come out from the queue to be the champion, right?
Exactly, exactly. Yeah.
So, and what are the key competitive strengths that differentiate OSL from its peers in the market?
No, I mean, as I mentioned before, right? We are a listed company. We have a very good talent. We just announced that we actually just rebrand our Japan. We have OSL Japan. We also have a license in Australia. So we are not only provide you the best solution for Hong Kong, we're actually also helping our client for the global aspect, right? I think there's a lot of competitive strength advantage. But I think the most important thing is we actually have a very good new logo.
Yes, tell us a little bit about the logo.
So now I think the logo is it's really give you really catch people's eyes, right? We got people really come over and say that, hey, I can see a logo from far away, right? And it's really, really kind of energetic, right? Like people feel like there's a lot of energy, just like crypto, right? It's a really, really, really robust. It's a young, right? Means there's a lot of growth.
Yes, in fact, really, that's the logo I want to talk about. That how they're branding today. That logo has really evolved from a very square, which looked a little bit more like a bank institution in the past, to what it is like OSL today. Has been the energizing lime green that stands out from the dark blue. The calm, but yet have with the energy inside. And everybody's talking about it, isn't it?
Exactly. That's our best competitive advantage right now.
No, of course, our competitive advantage is having Eugene on board as well. With Eugene, and I'm sure the institution media business is just going to get better. Yeah. Thank you, Eugene.
Thank you, man.
Thank you very much for coming on board. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And guys, this is the OSL Live Talk 3, and we are right here in the event, which is the Crypto Open House organized by Presto, Circle, and OSL. And we're going to put this back to the floor, and the event is starting soon. And we'll come back for the live streaming later. And I look forward to seeing you later.
looks like they work at Circle, usually handsome and charming. But they are around. We really want to speak about this. We're looking forward to working with various exchanges, custodians, trading houses on making this a product that's going to be something that can be scaled out to the masses. So thank you very much. I thank our partners Presto and OSL, and look forward to speaking to you after this.
And this is our this is our third guest that we actually invited on board, and his name is Michael Song from Presto, and he's the head of institutional solutions. And Michael, welcome on board.
Thank you for having me, Jack.
Thank you.
It's an honor to be here.
Of course. Thank you. And it's a very successful event that we have today.
Absolutely.
And,
I'm glad we're partnering with the best institutions out here.
No, we are our pleasure to be working with you at OSL. So we just keep this a little bit more casual instead of being overly serious. So the first question for you would be like, can you introduce Presto in human terms to our audience?
Right.
In your own words.
Okay, so we've been in the space for the past 10 years. We've been trading our own capital, which means we don't have any external fund. Nobody gives us money. We've been trading our own money for the past 10 years in crypto and in equities partially. So that's what a prop trading firm does. We've been trading a lot of perps and altcoins in the crypto space, so we have a full stack of data here. Presto is a trading company, but we've also expanded into VC investment into token projects. We've been market making for tokens, and we're looking to expand into a more sell-side business. And this, I guess, in Hong Kong, this is our launch event.
So as Michael said, they trade with their own money. So it's a very rich company, isn't it? You haven't got any funds, nothing funds, no funds at the back before.
No, not at all. But I guess it's the founder's money, not my money.
It shows that founder is very rich, and also the business is sustainable, isn't it?
Yes, he's a very successful entrepreneur. He was a successful trader, started out at Jump, but he's built a very good company with a lot of employees, over 120 people across four countries here in Asia. So we're looking also to expand further into MENA region. So you'll find us there.
That's wonderful. Sounds like a good strategy. A lot of things happening at Presto, eh?
Absolutely, yeah.
All right, and what types of clients do you work with?
So I guess for us, we started with family offices based here in Asia. But now, since we have background in other countries as well, we have conglomerates who own crypto. So they ask for us some executions or treasury managed solutions. So we provide yield-bearing products to them. Now we're expanding into token foundations. And these are really good foundations that have been established since the last bull run. So I can't reveal any names, but there are very good quality clients out there trading with us. So, and I'm proud to say that we've been providing very good solutions to them. The clients are very happy with our products. So, so foundations, family offices, and conglomerates mostly.
That's wonderful. And what are your Presto strengths compared to your competitors in the market?
I guess the competitions in the market, or for like market makers or trading firms, has gone so fierce over the past 2 years. And there are very good trading firms out there. I'm not saying like Presto is the best, but I think we're best positioned in a way that we've been here for so long. We've been here for 10 years. We've been going through 3 bull runs. So we have the experience out there. We have the best devs. We have the best traders and the engineers. So I can say that we have the best people. And from my experience in finance, I think having the best people will result into best products and into best satisfaction among clients.
I'm also one of the best people. Can I work for you?
I'll hook you up with our founder. So I'll set up an interview with him.
Thank you very much. And also, Presto focuses on digital and traditional asset markets. And how do you balance innovation in the digital space while ensuring that Presto strength remain aligned with the traditional financial market standards?
Yeah, that's a good question. I get this quite a lot often because it's very hard to strike a balance between the two. But I realize that in terms of products that we distribute, it's mostly replicated from the traditional finance market. And I think it's because the consumers are familiar with certain products only at the moment. And the crypto market, in terms of structured products, it's not matured yet. It's still growing. It's taking its baby steps. So it's going into the path that traditional finance took over 100 years. But kudos to crypto for doing this within the past 3 years, what finance could have only achieved in the past 100 years. So we're trying to strike a balance. I guess there are a lot of innovation in DeFi, where you find a lot of degens. So we're expanding on-chain transactions as well. We're integrating with a lot of DEXs. So we're looking to trade there, create volume, and create liquidity for all the consumers out there. So I think, especially in Web3, innovation is everywhere. But for a trading firm like us, I think we find most innovation in the DeFi space.
That's wonderful. I have my last question for you. You heard about OSL, right?
Of course, the most established institution here in Asia.
Regulated.
Regulated, yes.
The first listed Asia, public listed, regulated exchange. And how can we work together?
I think we can leverage each other's strength. I think OTC has one of the best on-off ramp channels. So if there are clients who need on-off ramp channels and yield-bearing solutions, I think we could become a one-stop service for any kind. So as institutional adoption grows, there's going to be more demand for OTC, and OSL is one of the best institutions positioned in that area. So, and I have to admit, Presto isn't the best position player there, so I think we could help each other out in that space.
You know, like coming out from Michael's mouth about OSL, it sounds real and less like an advertising for me. Thank you, Michael. Thank you for coming on board and to be speaking to all our audience right there. And this is Michael Song, is the head of institutional solutions from Presto. And thank you very much, Michael.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, I'd love to talk to you again.
Absolutely.
And maybe say your resume, like you said, the best people, right? I'm the best people. See you later.
Bye-bye.
Back to the floor.